Alright, welcome to ranking all amphibian cars in Drive Ahead. It's basically just all these cars. The unique thing about them is they can all float, so let's hop into it. Number 18 is the rowboat. This is the smallest car on this list, and that's probably why it's the worst. It's pretty fast, it just doesn't have good stability, and since it's so small, it can't get over other cars that well. Number 17 is the Piranha. This car has a really exposed head. It is a little taller than the rowboat. It's about average speed. There's just nothing too special about it, so that's why it's number 17 on this list. Number 16 is the Penguin Minions. Now, this is a legendary car. I don't know why, because it sucks. Its air control is really, really bad, and it bounces around a lot, and since the head is really exposed on it, that leads to it dying a lot just from bouncing around. So usually you kill yourself more with it than other opponents kill you. Number 15 is the Penguin Prisoner. This car has really good air control, unlike the Penguin Minions. It's an uncommon car, so it won't do as much damage. But it also has pretty good speed since it has winter tires on icy maps. It's an okay car. Number 14 is the Turtle. This car, as well as an amphibian car, is an armor car, which means knockback cars can't affect it. The head is pretty enclosed, and it has pretty good height, so it's a really good defensive car, and you can't get hit that well. Number 13 is the Amphibian. This car is the best common car in the game, as I said in my other video. It has a propeller, which is really good for knockback and getting up over enemies. And basically, it's kind of just the medium car on this list because of its height. Number 12 is Jelly Shock. This car has a really powerful charge that knocks back opponents. The only problem is it's really flimsy and the head is exposed. But the charges come really fast with no time in between, which makes it good. Number 11 is the Hovercraft. This car kind of bounces around. It has a fairly enclosed head. It's just not that tall. So there's nothing too special about it. It just does bounce around, and that can sometimes be useful, but pretty average. Number 10 is the Hover Car. It's basically the exact same thing as the Hovercraft. The reason I put it higher is I feel like it has better front protection, and also since it floats, it's a little farther off the ground. Just gives it a little height advantage. Number 9 is the Sharkmobile. I put this car here because it's a wider car, so it has more stability. And it's really hard to hit from the back, though the front is very exposed. And it pretty much just has average speed and height, too. Number 8 is the Gunboat. This car has an insane missile launcher on the front, though it does sometimes knock your tires off. But mostly it just knocks the other car's tires off. The car itself has really good front protection. Its back protection is not that great, but its main aspect is just the gun. Number 7 is the Blastfish. This car has an insane, white laser beam that comes out, and it just knocks cars back so well. Its front protection is pretty good, and other cars can sometimes get caught in its mouth. It's just its back protection sucks, and its speed isn't that great either. That's why it's not higher. Number 6 is the Ghost Ship. This car has kind of a weird, floating effect, just how it looks. And it shoots out these blue fireballs that are kind of like the Ghost Dragon's fire, and that can be really useful for killing enemies. And it also has pretty good protection being enclosed. It's just kind of a smaller car. Number 5 is the Abyss Eel. This car is super fun to use. It's probably the most bendy car in the game besides the Robo-Bike maybe. It can glitch a lot, so that's bad, but it's really easy to get up over opponents, and it has really good air control, so you can really manipulate it to where you want it to. It has really good speed too, so it's just a great car. Number 4 is the Speedboat. This is kind of just the Amphibian 2.0. It has the same propeller, which is super overpowered, but also it's just a wider car, so it has more stability. And also it has really, really good front protection and about the same back protection as the Amphibian, which is already a good car. So that's why it's number 4 on this list. It's just a super good boat car. Number 3 is the Yacht. This is one of the biggest cars in the game, I would say. And it actually has really decent speed for its size. My only problem with it is that the head is a little bit exposed, but usually its height is enough to counter any other car, since it actually could be the tallest car in the game, so it's a really good car. Number 2 is the Crystallizer. This car's head is pretty enclosed. Its front protection is kind of questionable. It can be good sometimes, but it's actually really hard to hit just because its main feature, it shoots these little freezer crystals, and it shoots them frequently, so every other car is froze, so that's why it's number 2. Number 1 is the pirate ship. This car is just great for so many reasons. 1, it's really tall and enclosed, so it makes it really hard to hit. 2, it has great speed because of this wave effect on the bottom of the boat. I don't know what the deal with it is, but I just know it's really fast. And 3, it shoots these bombs, and it blows the other car's tires off like crazy. So that's just a combination of things that make it the best car on this list. But anyway, thanks for watching. Let's go to the subscriber shout out.